my timbers!
Welcome, Buccaneers, to the Pixel Pirate Plays. This is your host, the Pixel Pirate, bringing you first impressions on the latest indie games. Today we are taking a look at a game called Game Dev Tycoon. Game Dev Tycoon is developed by Greenheart Games, and you can currently pick it up on their website for the grand total of $7.99. It is available on Windows, Mac, and Linux, so all good there. And if the game comes on Steam, which I have to presume it is on Greenlight, then you'll get a key for Steam. So, what is Game Dev Tycoon? Well, it's you being a Game Dev Tycoon. So, as you can see, I've got 380k here. The weeks are ticking by. Each time you go through 4 weeks, you have to pay $8,000 in costs. So you can't waste time. As you can see, there's the monthly cost there. All right. Let's make a game. We shall develop a new game and we shall call it Game of Awesome. Ooh, just fits. All right. So you pick a topic. You research all the topics. As you can see, there are quite a few. I only have a couple at this point in time. But you research those and yes, you spend money basically to get those things. Or you spend research points to get things, which we will show you the research component of it later. But for now, let's create a game. Of course, we're going to go with Pirate for the topic. And then we pick a genre and we are going to go with Action. A pirate action game. Then you get to pick a platform. Now, as time goes by, you start... It seems as though you start in somewhere around the 80s, the early 80s, or mid 80s, I should say. When you start with, actually, the one that you start with is gone. But you start with the PC, and then you also start with the it's the G64, which is basically the Commodore 64. Now, as time has gone on, the Commodore 64 has gone out of business because it wasn't selling enough. And now these new guys are on the block. Of course, we've got the Nintendo, the TES, the Master System, which is, I guess it's the Sega, Master 5, that's called. Then you got the Game Gear, the Vena Gear, it's called, and then the Game Link, which is, of course, the Game Boy. Now, each platform has a market share. So as you can see, the Game Link has a 28.9% market share. The Vena has a 22, which is average. And of course the PC only has 16, which is pretty bad. Okay, so the Game Link has the best market share at this point in time. However, it costs more to develop on. Whenever a new console comes out, you have to pay a license cost on top of your development cost, which, you know, that's just an entry fee kind of thing to be able to develop on that console. So let's go with the Game Link. And finally, we'll pick our engine. Now, you get to build engines, and of course, we'll go into that later, but for now, we are going to pick Game Engine 2. So, up to now, it's going to cost us 60k just to start with. And then we choose our graphics. So, you can go with text-based or 2D. I have actually researched 2 of these. No, one, sorry. The version 2 of the 2D graphics. Of course, as you go higher and higher in graphics, costs more and more money. So, let's start development. Now, as you start development, I'm just got to pause it here for 1 second. As you start development, little blobs start, you know, coming out of your computer or your head or something, and they go into design, technology, research, and bugs. Now, you want design and technology to be as high as possible, and as that's happening, you just arbitrarily gain research points, and every now and then you'll accidentally do a bug. Okay, so this is development stage 1. This is where we choose how our game is actually going to play. Now, you have to keep in mind when you're making a game that if you are making, for example, a simulation game, then stories or quests aren't going to be very important in that kind of game. It's a simulation, not a, you know, RPG. So you have to accommodate these sliders to the game that you're actually playing. Now, we have a pirate action game, so probably the engine and the gameplay, not so much the stories and quests, are going to be very important. Stories, these are selected features that you also get to research these. Linear story is probably not going to be all that important. Save game, yeah, I'm going to keep that, and maybe not the joystick, but we'll keep the gamepad. I hope that's right. Seems about right for a Game Boy. Okay. So off we go. We'll get the little blobs going, the little circles here. Getting a few bugs here, which is not too good, but that's alright. I haven't really developed on this console very much, so you tend to get more bugs the more you do things that are new to you, I guess. Okay, so a pirate action game does not really have dialogue, level design, and artificial intelligence we're going to go for. Now, you can go for a slight mixture of all of them. You don't have to put it all the way up or anything like that. Okay, our game's not doing too well, actually. It should be over 10 by now. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Okay, so sound, graphics, and world design. Actually, we're going to put them all up so it's all equal. Is that all the way up? Yes, it is. And then finally, you get the selected features again of the graphics and the basic sounds. Of course, we already bought the graphics, so that's just in there because. And sound. We definitely want some good sound in our game. Alright. So I haven't actually kept track of how much it's costed us so far, but I think I was well over 320 and now I'm down to 280. Now, as you can see, we finished the game and there was still stuff coming out and I think it'll still continue. Yep, there we go, that's good. Each time, I can wait for as long as I like. What in the world is this? Every now and then news will pop up, or propositions in this case. This is a very special offer. Our agents have recently managed to borrow some research information which might be of interest to you. If you're interested, then transfer 58k to the enclosed uplink. We'll contact you. I think I'll decline that. I don't even know what it is. Yes, as I was saying, as the weeks roll by, you'll continue to put up the little dots. Now, it's important that you actually get rid of all your bugs before you finish the game, and that is mostly what you're waiting for. So 16 and 16, we have gained experience because of our game. The higher that you put the engine and technology, the more experience that you get. So as you can see, you actually develop or level up in the different things that you're doing with your games. So for example, let's see, stories and quests actually was reasonably high, but we didn't put anything in there. Maybe that's a bad example. And I'm not actually sure why that leveled up at all, but usually if you don't include a thing in your game, then it's not something that you level up in, if that makes sense. So we can trash the game if we want to, which we're pretty happy with this game, and so we're going to release it. Okay, so there's new research available, which is good, but we are concentrating on our release, which should pop up soon. Yes, but before it does, our game gets reviewed. So let's see what scores we got. Ooh, that is not good. Ooh, ouch. Not good at all. You're looking for at least above a 7. Yeah, you're looking for IGN scores over here. A 4, gee, I've never gotten a 4. That's actually quite awful. Okay, so the reviews of the game actually, they kind of determine, they're not determined, but they give you a good idea of how much money you're going to earn on the game, and I'm not going to earn very much. I might recap what I spent on it, but that'll be about it. Okay, rather than bringing a new and innovative game to market, the company has delivered another pirate action game which is more or less the same setting as the previous game. So I have developed several games that are pirate action games because of course I'm the Pixel Pirate and I'm gonna make pirate games, god damn it. But this has a backlash, and likewise if I don't produce a game that actually is suited to that platform, then that'll also make my game suffer. So one reviewer commented, I think the game of awesome was simply developed too soon after previous games with not enough innovations in technology and design. Oh, dear me. Fair enough. So basically what they're saying is I needed to upgrade my game engine before I made another one of those games. And there's another new gaming console that's coming out in 2 months, so that'll be pretty soon actually. Okay, so here are our sales for our game. It's very terrible actually. That's really bad. But we've almost made our money back, which is good. I think we have anyway. So our sales report is not good. It seems the initial sales of Game of Awesome has fallen away below expected numbers. The game received moderate reviews, but it seems that the chosen platform isn't very popular with the target audience. Fair enough. So as the weeks roll by, you of course sell more, and of course it drops off. And eventually, after something like 8 weeks, it actually stops selling altogether, and that determines how much money you actually made off that. So just wait for that to peter out a little bit. Oh, we've got a bit of a rise there, and then it drops right off. Okay, so the new console has been released, and I think that's it. No, another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think it was. Okay, so now the Game of Awesome is off the market. It sold 16,000 and generated 117,000 in sales. So I think I pretty much made my money back, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably not, because I did pretty crap. But the idea is that you need to make, of course, in any business, you need to make more money than you are spending so that you can actually develop new stuff like research and things like that, which we are going to look at right now. So this is the research tab. As time goes past, then you get access to new stuff. So for example, I can do 3D graphics now, which is actually pretty freaking cool. It's going to cost me a fortune when I develop games, but of course that's just the nature of the beast. What else you got? So you got new topics, and I can choose surgery, mystery, racing. I might go for mystery, and we'll start the research for mystery. Now the topics don't take very long at all, maybe a week or 2 at most. Well, having said that, we're scratching our head here. Hurry up, buddy, costing me 8k per week, or per month. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so we've got the new topic of mystery. And should we research something else? No, let's not bother with that. You get the idea of research. We'll go with creating a new custom engine. So all the things that you research, or not all the things, but the things that you research end up into here. So for example, I researched the mouse a while ago, which I can add in as a new component to my engine. You can create as many engines as you like, and what you'll probably have to end up doing is curtailing engines to specific consoles. So for example, it would probably be a waste of time adding the joystick onto the Game Boy engine, and that will minimize costs on when I develop a game overall. So yeah, that's pretty much create an engine. Finally, as you get more money, you can actually get new digs. You can employ people. Of course, I'm working in my garage right now, so I can't employ anyone. But once I move into an office, I can employ people, and then I've got to set them tasks and stuff like that. So it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so the final thing is finding contract work. Basically, if you are getting low on money, you can do these contracts and they will earn you money, of course. So for example, this one is a pay of $25k, I should say. If I fail, it costs me minus 11k, so not good if you fail. And basically I need to actually develop 14 points in design and 13 points in technology, and you need to do that in a certain amount of time. So 5 weeks to be exact. So if you think you have enough skills to actually develop enough of those things, the design and technology, then you take it on. If you think you can't do that, then you shouldn't, because it'll be a minus cost to you. So that is about it. That's Game Dev Tycoon. It costs $7.99. You can pick it up on their website. Fast Spring to be exact. Yes, so this is your host, the Pixel Pirate. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.